give me a warm welcome to Marcella Silva.
Thank you, Hussein. Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing. Who's grateful to be here today? Yes, I love it. I am so grateful to be here and share some unique information. Let me get the clicker from you. Again, my name is Marcella Silva, and I do something called land banking. And I guarantee you have seen this happen in your lifetime. So land banking, by definition, is the practice of buying affordable, pre-developed land located in the path of growth. Think about what the Bay Area used to look like. Here, I'll give you guys a snapshot. This is a backdated Google Earth image of Milpitas, California. That's the corner of 880 and 237. This was in 1993. When I say pre-developed area, that means existing developments, existing infrastructure, but still a lot of land available to be developed when it's still affordable. In this picture, roughly 1,000 to 10,000 per acre. I actually know somebody who bought 10 acres of land in this area for $10,000 at this time. They created generational wealth because of that one property. Click the button, 7 years later, you can see the amount of growth and development that's come in. Now there's less land available, so what happens to the value of it? It goes up. Simple supply and demand, $500,000 to $1 million per acre in this picture, and now you're talking $2 to $7 million per acre. And here's a little secret for you guys, they're not making any more of it. When you buy it in the right areas, you can literally create generational wealth, and that's what I help people do. So, you know, we're used to land being consumed by things like houses, commercial buildings, that type of thing. Well, emerging technologies are actually causing the largest land rush we have seen in our lifetimes. You might be familiar with some of the things you're seeing on the screen there. Shopping online. Who loves to do it? I mean, Amazon is the #1 car on my street in my neighborhood. Did you know for every $1 billion in online sales, they need 1.25 million square feet of warehouse space? That's equivalent to 5 Costco's, just to give you an idea how big that is. So here's an example of one of the properties that I own. Bought it for $92,000. It's in a high growth area, like what I was telling you guys. It's where that little yellow pin is. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see there's a lot of dirt there. There's some existing developments. Bought it in 2014. 10 years later, this is what happened to that area, all because of online shopping. So what happened to the value of the land? Now it's about $2.39 million, that one property that I bought for $92,000.
Good for you.
Thank you. and that's one of 13 parcels that I own. So I put my money where my mouth is. I do this thing. Not only, and I help people do it as well. So how do we do this? By looking at economics. What is driving development? And there is a direct correlation between where job growth is and development is. The top 3 job growth sectors, tech roles, specifically in artificial intelligence, green energy, and e-commerce and logistics, the online shopping. So artificial intelligence, who hears about it all day, every day? It's literally like taking over our lives. Maybe a good thing, I don't know, but AI is what it is. What they don't often talk about is the immense appetite for electricity that it has. So these massive data centers that they're building out, which by the way require a lot of land, are worthless unless there is electricity. That cell phone you guys are holding, worthless unless you have electricity to power it, right? They have done studies, there's various different studies, but on average, a AI search takes 30 times more energy than a regular Google search does. So consider that next time you use AI, 30 times more. They're saying by the year 2030, so in 5 years, AI will consume as much electricity as all of the households combined in the United States. That's big, big numbers here. This is a graph you can see starting in January 2023 going through November 2024. This is the amount of electricity consumption due to new data centers for AI in less than a 2-year period. That's 92 gigawatts of energy. What the heck does that mean? That's equivalent to 20 million homes in less than 2 years just for AI. So the big guys who are building all these data centers, Meta, Facebook, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, all of them have committed to going green, to going net zero, meaning all of the energy that they use is coming from alternative energy sources that are not polluting the environment. Meta 2030, 2040, et cetera. Apple, I think they're at 2030. Well, there you go. And it's interesting because they are actually buying energy from solar projects that are sitting on land that our investors have owned and or are leasing. So solar energy is the largest, #1 form of alternative energy out there. Why? It's the cheapest. The International Energy Agency has found that solar energy is the cheapest form of electricity in history. It also is simple, it's scalable, it's easy to install. Right now, in one of the areas where we're investing, 13 square mile of a solar project is under construction, the largest solar project in America. That is a tremendous amount of land, 13 square miles for one project. This is huge. More money is being put into solar energy development than any other form of energy technology out there combined, according to the International Energy Agency. And this year, they're expecting $670 billion going into clean tech investments, and the #1 is solar, followed by wind, which also requires a tremendous amount of land. In 2025, renewables will surpass coal for the #1 source of electricity generation, and that already happened in March. So things have been happening very quickly in the alternative energy business. We have been watching this unfold since about 2011. That's when it really started because of the government mandates that were put in place. In 2018, California said Senate Bill 100, which is by the year 2045, 100% of our energy sources must come from alternative energy, net zero, specifically solar and wind, because they're the easiest, they're the cheapest. So another thing that is consuming a lot of electricity are cars. California also passed a bill that said by the year 2035, all new cars sold in California must be net zero. Already in the United States, 1 in 4 cars sold is electric. Where is all that energy coming from? And it requires a tremendous amount of energy. Did you know that in California, we recently hit the goal of more electric chargers for vehicles than gas nozzles? Yeah, again, where is the energy coming from? And the interesting thing is, electric vehicles use 77% less energy than the electric vehicles that are charged by solar or wind versus like a gas-powered car. So this is the opportunity people have, which is the new age oil well. Who created wealth with oil? Who is still considered the richest man ever? John D. Rockefeller. Major fortunes in America have been made in land if you have the right land. And he created it with oil. Now we have the opportunity, again, for the new age oil well to generate the electricity that is needed for literally everything, not just vehicles, but also the Amazons of the world and all of the data centers. And then I'm not even going to get into the battery energy storage systems. That's what those white squares are. Massive batteries that are being implemented to be able to power us at night. Did you know that the Super Bowl was actually powered 100% by batteries? So these are all pictures of the dirt. The dirt where we're investing and all of the projects that are going on them. These things are massive in scale. Already over 200 square miles of land has been consumed. Here's an example of one of my investors. They bought a 10-acre parcel for $75,000. They are now sitting on a land lease, so they have a 35-year land lease where they are making over 80% return a year, and in the end, they'll have made over $3.6 million, and they still own the land. Are we going to need more energy at that time or less? So this is the National Renewable Energy Laboratory map. The darker the red, the more intense the sun. That is where these projects want to go because, hello, we want sun all day, every day, and it has to be developable land, and the infrastructure has to be there. These things can't just go anywhere and everywhere, and we know the #1 location in not only California, the country, but the world where these projects are going. That's about 200 square miles of land. That's like 10 times Walnut Creek built out in about a 13-year period. How long did it take for Walnut Creek to go from this to this? And again, a lot of people made a lot of land or a lot of money with land in Walnut Creek. So we're living through one of the most important times in history, and we need to grasp the opportunities that are available to us. And for you guys, I'm not here to sell you land. I'm just offering you an opportunity to partner with us. We pay very good referral fees. I'm all about abundance. Who's about abundance? Yes, we all are about abundance and all needs met. And people with cash, 401ks, IRAs, 1031 exchanges, we service them all day long, providing great opportunities for them to diversify. So if you're interested in talking, please come talk to me afterwards. My husband, Rick Silva, is also here. He's my partner. We're happy to talk further with you guys. So if you want to learn more, feel free to hit that QR code. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure being here. Spread the love, spread the joy, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great information.